6.
Holy buckets, I got the
Cousins
game
throws
live,
a
guys.
bullet.
Do you guys want me to pull forward?
And they give him time. They didn't come after him, and that allowed Cousins to get through the entire progression and get outside to the first-round pick, who is really showing something today, although he's shown it all
guys,
year.
I don't know who's coming back, but
Jefferson, by the way, still hobbling on the
part 3
sideline.
It's back.
He's walking away from that end of the field.
Wow, and that means you're going to really need Addison.
So now it's first and goal. And it's the 14th play of this drive. Complete. Madison with the touchdown. Minnesota.
What an outstanding play call. Kevin O'Connell, this call will score a touchdown 90% of the time if people pressure, and right here in the middle, you're going to get pressure there and you're going to get pressure right there. That means you don't have help in the secondary, and if you throw a screen to the outside, that's an automatic touchdown. Good job by Darisaw on the edge, too, the left tackle.
And Hawkinson, too. Those two players really gave Madison an open lane. The extra point by Joseph is good. That's the second receiving touchdown of the year for Alexander Madison. Took over the job that belonged to Dalvin Cook. He's got him within 7 early in the 4th.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? Oh, right. The Home Depot app is made for doing that doesn't miss a beat, so you can find what you need fast and keep things moving in the right direction. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app. It's made for doing.
Want to know why no one out Pizza Hut? Pizza Hut meat lovers melts are filled with almost a half a pound of meat and cheese for just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. That's why no one out pizzas the Hut.
He hits his mark center stage and is crushed by a baby grand piano.
You're replacing me?
Customize and save with Liberty Bibbity.
He doesn't even have a mustache.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Verizon Small Business Days are coming. From October 16th to the 22nd. Now is the time to partner with our experts. For a free tech check, personalized advice, and special offers. Don't miss out. Get started today with Verizon Business. It's your business. It's your Verizon.
Every day is something new with you. That's the enemy of my enemy.
You need to look closer when you look at me. I ruin careers for a living.
The Yellowstone event continues tonight on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL. The Home Depot, how doers get more done. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance, only pay for what you need.
By the way, next week, regional action on CBS. Early, many of you are going to see Seattle travel to Cincinnati, plus other 1 o'clock games. We're going to go get a little sampling of the Super Bowl stadium for the Raiders hosting of the Patriots. It all starts at noon with the NFL Today. JB and the team looking sharp. Well, Madison able to take it in from 9 yards out on the throw from Cousins. And we hear from Tracy that Jefferson is questionable with a hamstring. And by the way, Cousins now becomes the first Viking quarterback ever with at least 2 touchdown passes in each of the first 5 games of the season. So short boot to Montrell Washington.
That's why I think they can beat anybody, Jim, if they stop turning the ball over. They're moving the ball against everybody consistently.
Here's the injury, and watch the slippage at about the 10-yard line. Is it the cut? Is it the field? I mean, look at all that comes up out of the field on that cut where the injury occurred.
Yeah, and you see him grab that hamstring just a little bit right there.
Yeah, that's not the fake hamstring injury on the stand gritty, as he calls it. This one has people concerned. And there's another slip as Pacheco was making a cut.
I mean, both these teams rely. Anytime you see Kelsey go down or anytime you see Jefferson come up limpy, you're like holding your breath because how important they are to every single play, every single game. Literally, it's how the defense starts each week when you go against these teams is how do we defend this guy? How do we do it on third down? How do we do it on important plays and in the fourth quarter?
Pacheco 10 for 38. Tony. And he gets spun toward and past the first down yardage.
I mean, Mahomes is putting on a clinic right now, Jim. We're just taking what the defense gives him. And like you said, he gets that ball and doesn't even get the laces. He still puts it perfectly. There's a timing to that kind of a throw. You got to beat the corner, and he does it better than anyone.
Tony was banged up on that play, and he signaled to the sideline, I'm coming out. And there he is trying to stretch it out. First down. Pacheco. Oh, there was just the smallest of openings, and he exploited it. Joe Thuney helped create that gap, that opening.
Yeah, this internal part of the offensive line for the Chiefs is playing outstanding football. You said Thuney there, Humphrey and Smith. I mean, this is about as good as it gets in the National Football League on the inside. And when you have this type of a lead, you're in the fourth quarter, games are winding down, to be able to run the ball and take the pressure off, huge.
2nd and 2. Pacheco maybe got a yard, stacked up by a whole host, including Wanham.
Minnesota coming after it. Harrison Smith blitzing on the edge. He's blitzing at a career rate right now through the first 4 games and today as well.
Saw Brian Flores sending in some signals to the defensive huddle. Wants his team's identity to be tough, smart, and very aggressive, and they need to be all of those things right here on 3rd and 1.
Do you trust running the ball right here?
They do. Pacheco, and he is stopped cold. What a play. Metellus comes up to make it.
Metellus shot inside. Rice was late on the block. Metellus having a great game today.
KC's going for it.
He's played the free safety position, played up in the box, and he shoots the gap on the bottom of your screen, and here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get to this 4th and 1, and they have brought in Tony.
They're not running this ball. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a motion and a play fake and a scramble. He's going to go ahead and move himself out in some capacity.
Oh, look at this. Vikings have taken timeout number 3, and they are done when it comes to that.
Well, what happened is the miscommunication of alignment. You had guys, Harrison Smith usually isn't out guarding the corner on his own, and so with the misalignment issues, you got to call a timeout and use it. It's too big of a play.
So you were absolutely sure, and that could, of course, totally change now. There's been the break in the action. You thought KC was going up top had that play occurred.
I think you go off of people and systems and things, and Andy Reid, through all the years, he's going to make it look like we're running the ball. But
I'll never forget the 4th and short he went
with Chad Henne.
Again, with Chad Henne to Tyreek Hill against Cleveland in the divisional playoff game a few years ago from like the same spot on the field.
Yep.
And it was a high-risk play.
You got to be prepared.
If that didn't work,
quick motion,
Leslie,
and
let me
then to
know,
the
and I'll just click out of the YouTube TV quick, and then I'll bring it back up.
Or are they just going to try to draw him?
They are trying to draw him off sides, definitely. That's what they're doing right now. I don't see a play coming.
Mahomes gives up. He says they're not biting. Oh, wait a minute. His play's still alive. Mahomes spread out.
No, they're trying to draw him off sides. That was pretty cool, though.
Got my attention. That's all Andy.
Hey, you're definitely welcome.
Cheshire Green.
I grew up trying to watch the game on YouTube
I
and
think
stuff,
he really enjoyed
no one could
that
ever do it
playfulness
for
right
the
there.
NFL Network.
It's smart though because A, you're taking all the clock
TV,
off,
but now
trying to shorten
since
the game.
it's through
You got the lead.
YouTube
Number
TV,
two,
I'm
5
giving
yards
it a
doesn't ever
try
hurt you
because
here.
it's
Your punter
not
can
technically
punt it wherever he
illegal
wants.
because YouTube
short of the
likes
end zone,
to,
even 5 yards back.
Yeah, there's a flicker of a second. I thought maybe it's a
YouTube
direct
likes
snap,
to,
but is he going to go to Pacheco or Tony? They both were in the
likes
backfield.
To,
and now
lets you watch
Kansas
stuff on
City
YouTube,
will take
so YouTube TV is the same thing.
the delay a game.
That's why I'm
and back him up to the 42 just fine.
No
as Tommy Townsend has not had a touchback in his 12 punts this season.
All pro last year, 1-4 on this team. What a punt.
Oh dear. There's the first of the season.
You just did it. You were like, not this time.
Did I really say it? Okay, they'll bring it out to the 20. Cousins ready to get back into it after driving him down the field the last time.
When we said we'd make the skies bluer, some said keep dreaming. So we did, lowering a
And hey, make sure you guys like and subscribe and all that because I'm going to try and do every Vikings game I can. They'll probably be, split up into part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 by the way today's going, but at least we'll all be able to watch the game when it's on Sunday. So sorry, I messed it up again. I got to go YouTube TV.
Okay, we're done.
And they go back to the touchdown maker with the flag down. Ooh, that looks
close to
horse collar, but went for 5, but there'll be a 5-yard penalty coming up.
Yeah, it's probably an illegal formation, but he doesn't have another. It could be a horse collar, but once the ref throws his first flag, he probably doesn't have a second one.
Formation. Offense, number 71 was uncovered at the end of the line. 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
And by the way, they ran that first play, Tony, without, again, Justin Jefferson.
That means we probably won't be seeing him today. I hope he's all right going forward. It's a big time loss.
I mean, one of the quieter games of his remarkable career, just 3 catches, 28 yards. Injured hamstring earlier in this quarter. On the last drive, 1st and 15. Chris Jones coming in, pass away, and bounces around incomplete off the hands of Hawkinson, who's had a few bounce off his hands today. As Chris Jones wants to reapply and strap up. And TJ is down also.
That's another big one. And there's Jones. This is what I talk about, just having that one guy in there. The ball has to come out at a certain time. You don't get that extra half a second to allow him to keep going.
Yeah, he's had 3 of those, but not saying they were perfect passes. He's had some come right off his hands, and he's slow to get up.
Kansas City does as good a job as anybody of making the coverage muddy, Jim. So they don't play like cover 2 automatically or 4.
Leslie.
Sometimes Palms, they do these like
close
versions
YouTube
of
out
half
and
the
come
side
back
is
in
over
because
here,
I just
man,
checked it
half
on
zone,
my
and
TV.
I think
and I can
sometimes
see the scores and
throwing tight,
everything. So it might be
windows
whatever you're watching
that you
YouTube on.
think
So
should be
just
open
leave the
because they're in
stream and come
between
back,
and they're reading people.
and you should
I
be
think
able to
Spag's
see the
done a
score.
wonderful job this year, and he trusts the secondary to line up and guard people, and they're doing it.
Well, last year was the year they rebuilt the secondary. They turned it over. They drafted just great.
Oh, they went like defense, defense, defense.
Yeah, and these guys like McDuffie and Cook were high picks. They even hit on some guys like Watson and Williams. Here's 2nd and 15. Good little pattern there by Addison, and he is okay, thankfully. I thought for a minute there he might have been nicked.
And each team only has a guy or two who can separate, right? Having that type of speed, you see Miami has that, right, with multiple people where they can separate if you play man. Everyone under pressure is going to go to a man-to-man version in clutch situations because you're not going to let them just throw an open guy in a zone. And in doing so, you need that speed out there. And Addison's the guy out there right now that can change it.
3rd down, Tony. 3rd and 8.
And he's in man right now.
Connection to Powell. My goodness, that was a big play. Well timed. Cousins hanging in that pocket. They were trying to collapse it, but he got rid of it.
Yeah, on your right side of the screen, you're going to see him break out and come all the way back in. An incredible route right there by Powell, and the patience of Cousins. Right now, Kansas City's allowing you to kind of go without pressuring you. Probably around the 50, they'll start coming after him.
That last play went for 13. This one to Munt, who came in for Hockenson. We've got another 11, and we've got another update. James Brown and J.J. Watt, it's all yours.
No quit in Denver. Denver wearing those icy white helmets. Russell Wilson to Adam Troutman for the 3-yard touchdown. They do get the 2-point conversion, so it is 24-21. The Jets on top. Jim, Tony, back to you.
All right, two teams that need a win. Thank you, fellas. Here, we're inside 7 minutes to go. It's Madison. First contact by Reed. He bounces off of that to about midfield.
Running hard there, and this is really Minnesota this year. It's like they look really good and everything. It's like a 3rd and 5 they don't get, or 3rd and 3. And when they get those, they're tough to stop.
2nd and 5.
But they look in phase consistently, don't they, Jim?
They do. Stepping up, throwing, wide open. That's why he got rid of it. It's all the way down to about the 23-yard line with Osborne. Looked like Cousins might go ahead and break it, but instead he gets 27 out of this one.
It's cover 2, and he goes up in the zone. You see the defenders looking at the quarterback, and when the rush doesn't match the back end, all of a sudden you get extra time.
All right, guys, part 4. Come back
right
in
there.
2 minutes, and it'll be
now
up.
He's looking, you see nothing, but this window up top is going to come wide open when he